Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, class. This is Professor Coyote. Welcome you back to our Let's Play of Europa Universalis 4, our Qing campaign. Now, what we're going to do this first part is, I did promise, actually a couple episodes ago, that I was going to get a little more historical with some of my episodes. We'll get to the actual campaign in a little bit, but I just wanted to give us a little bit of a background. What I was planning on doing was doing a few pieces here and then as we keep going on the campaign, like with on some of the people that we're encountering before we kind of take them over. But at least this time, I kind of wanted to focus on our roots as the Manchu dynasty. Now, as you can see here, the paradox actually got it a little bit correct. You got, right at the beginning of 1444, you got the Yerin, Jurin, the Haichi Jurin, and the Jianshao Jurin. Now, these three are all based off the Juren tribes. Now, they're known as what's called a Tunguskic-speaking tribes. They are native to this area, but their language is similar, actually, to some of the Siberian tribes here. Now, the lead up to the 1400s is interesting, that the Manchu, or the Juren, actually did control up to about here in northern China from about the 12th and 13th centuries in what's known as the Jin dynasty. This is when China, at least the biggest bulk of China, was split into three factions: the Song, the Jin, and the Jiha. And they would kind of snipe at each other, and they would just rule their own little chunks of the main area. Now, the Jin dynasty actually gets ended due to, well, one big giant thing kind of sweeping over the Mongols with good old Genghis Khan. He comes in, kicks them all out, and separates out a lot of the Chinese to the Han, which is what the Mongols consider to be more Chinese, and the others which they consider to be more Mongols, which actually included a lot of the Manchus / Juren tribes. Now, when the Ming took over, after kicking out the Mongols, they actually developed the three names, or at least codified the three names of the Jurens. And that's actually where you start out with the Haichi, the Jianshao, and the Yeren. Now, these guys would, of course, band together to form the Manchu. And then go in around the mid-17th century to take over in the Qing dynasty, which is what we're planning on doing. Now, the Qing dynasty itself would last up until 1912. The Manchu banners would support the Boxer Rebellion and also the First Sino-Japanese War. And that's actually kind of where they lost a lot of their power, was because of that. The Manchu influence over the Han and the other Chinese peoples started waning in their power because the Manchu had a lot of the military might. And so when Sun Yat-sen started trying to modernize, they actually considered the Manchu, which is of course where you get the region Manchuria from, to be quote-unquote outsiders. And that's where you get a lot of that going. So, that's actually where we start, is these tribes, and then they form Manchu, and then with some Mongolian help, they crack into Ming in the mid-1600s, and then form the Qing dynasty for the next 4 centuries. Now, we could potentially do that with ours. Probably not. Unfortunately, the time for us to do the Qing dynasty is, I believe, 1663? It's 1660 something. It's in the 1660s when the Qing dynasty starts. It's in here. Sorry about that. The 1640s. Yes, there we are. And so we're a little bit behind time in that. So I don't know if we're quite going to be able to beat the traditional Qing Empire, especially with how big Manchu Ming's getting. Unfortunately, we're 10, 10, 12, and Ming is like 16. So I don't know how much we're going to be able to get that going. But, you know, we'll see. So let's go into our game. If you remember our last time, we did take a big old chunk out of Chagatai some more. We are 3 steps in our colonization of the Philippines. Ah, crud. It looks like the Ottomans got onto Taiwan after all. No, actually, that's... Yep, the Ottomans got onto Taiwan, so that's not good. That's what we get for being a bit slow. I'm surprised they skipped over there instead of trying to go into the Philippines, but... Let's see how powerful the Ottomans are. Probably pretty powerful, because they're the Ottomans, yeah. Now, if it wasn't for the fact that we are taking a severe penalty due to basically just about everything, about being 3 institutions old, then we'd probably be right up there. We'll see. We are getting closer to a lot of institution-based things. If we can actually take over Chagatai, for instance, we might actually get some renaissance. Ming's already into colonialism. Some of Japan is as well. Brunei. Yeah, we'll see how it goes there. We might actually... I don't know if we can take on Brunei. They're 14. The tech problems are our biggest issue here. Like I said, this might just be a game where we see how long we get, and if we have to quit, we have to quit. But we're having some fun, aren't we? I might end up doing a second one. Play around with some of the hungry things. Who knows? Maybe I'll try this again in the future. I don't want this to... granted, I don't want this to end up being like the Ethiopia, that we go for a while and then just whatever. I want to see how far we can get. Who knows? Maybe we'll actually go for the full and see how, you know, dissect it from there. We've got a truce with Chagatai in 1619. And Buryata at 1609. They're our buddies, and they've got like pathetic amounts of development, so no worries. So where are they at? They're at 10. Uzbek's at 13. Chagatai is at 10, so we might actually nip at them some more. Oh, I wish we could go after Japan. We've got a tech advantage on them, but they have a whole whack more people. Let me check. Ashikaga has 58. And Uesugi 31. So that's now up to 84. We have a whole 46. Oh, in fact, Chagatai. We eclipsed Chagatai. That's good. Maybe? I don't know. Let's check. Oh, yeah, they're at 16. Well, I guess the best we can hope for is to keep going on with things in the Philippines. Get a little bit more power that way. But they must be right. Oh, right, Diviet somehow declared us a rival, but they're not super against us. Maybe we can get them to drop being a rival. Yang, Coach. And Coach hates us because we like Tibet. Yeah. I think Delhi's... No... Yeah, Delhi's on our side, and I think we were trying with Persia. But let's try Russia some more. We can make Russia senpai like us. That'd be great, because they're at like 16 as well. Meanwhile, we're pathetic. Now, I wouldn't mind having them help out, and then we just give them military access, and then we start chopping into Ming. Because if we can get Ming cracked, that was the thing. But they're at 16 themselves, so who knows. Okay, what is our plan? That is the question. big question of the hour. Okay. We got people there and people there. Morale of armies. Hey. We don't really have the cash for that, but great. We did take a loan. Nope. I'm loath to take any more corruption because we're pretty high on that. Kind of following a lot of the same issues that we had in. Oh wow, that would help. In Ethiopia is kind of had to get desperate to run some of the corruption up. Maybe I'll be lucky and the Ottomans will start poking at Ming. I don't know. Hey, there we go. More Sitka. And that we kind of figured was going to happen. Okay. Oh. There we are. Don't know if we can get there in time, but... Come on, buddy. Okay, great. And Master of Arms. It's odd that those guys popped first. I thought they were only... I didn't realize they were that rising that quickly. At least we've got the manpower to deal with these guys. Oh yeah, we got gobs and gobs of manpower. I mean, that's the sad thing is we've got gobs and gobs of manpower, but we don't have the military for it because our military is pathetic. It's Tech 12. I mean, I even just now shifted over so we can try and ramp the military as quicker as possible, but who knows? Really, the issue is the stupid institution penalties, which we have 4 provinces that are ready for the Renaissance. We could take colonialism if we had the money, so that's something to think about. Okay, so 200 from Sitka moves to Lanao instead. That's okay. That's a thing that happened. I don't think I've gotten that kind... Well, I've gotten that... I think I've gotten that one before, but not to the point of the colonies being so far apart. Let's look at that. Okay, now we can definitely build up a bit more here. Yeah, you guys... Let's... There. We'll build a couple more there. We'll even that out because I think... Yeah, it's 12k. So we'll give you the 2-spot leader. No, that's the 2-spot leader. Then we'll send one guy to handle Lanao. That should be enough to handle any sort of issues. Okay. It's really just sit back and watch the points build up at this point. Maybe look after Brunei, but they're at 15. Yeah. Unfortunately, things like Yarkand are our best options due to the fact that they're so abysmal themselves. Oh. Yeah, for instance, Yarkand's 13. Chagatai's a 10, Briada's a 10. But, you know, we'll see how it goes. It's all a we'll see how it goes. Why is that? Oh, that's just sort of stalled. Just going really slow. But hey, we gotta lock that core going. There's a lot of coring there, which should actually rise our cash flow up a little bit more. In fact, it takes out a lot of that. Yeah, there we go. It takes out. We've now eliminated all of our extension, which should help a lot of these guys go away. Most of them, anyway. What? Are you at war with somebody? No. I guess they're using you to go through. Okay. So missionary strength there. Placate Ming. Turn Lanao into a city. Well, that's close enough anyway. So that's fine. Just tick off Maguadano, but Maguadano. There we are. There's an extra N in there. No, it's Maguadano. That's Maguindanao. I am just blah blah blah, aren't I? And Brunei's been colonizing too, so there have been mistakes. Sort of mistakes made, but hey, we got Manchuria and Alaska going. And once it goes, then we can turn our colonists and our resources elsewhere, because then they'll be done. Wow, even the natives are up to 9 and 10. Okay, now let's see if that actually does any good. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Putting the resources into there was quite a good idea. It was enough to make that. Yeah, we'll pay you guys back. Send one over. It should be there in time. Should be there in time. It's there in time. Good. Okay. So that got handled well. Fortune guys are going. Yarkin guys are pissed off. Oh, yeah. Surprised it took them this long to figure it out. We did 4 of them. Hey, another 100! Boom! Boom! Excellent! Build a marketplace in Hulan. Sure, why not? Look at global trade, but let's see. Think LA. Hulan is there. It wants a marketplace badly. Sure, why not? Okay, so Lanao is finished, so we can take one of these 2. Trying to find our best bang for the buck here. 8, 6, 5. Tondo is 12. Probably should do Tondo then. Although they've got 7 and crazy kind of. You know what? Why not? I'll do Tondo once Sitka's finished. Well, eventually. There we go. I'll get that guy. No, I guess we want the other guy. Alright, 18 to 24, that should be fine. Especially with the, Oh. Okay, luckily we didn't get the crossing penalty. Oh, come on. Oh, okay, you know what? Fine. This time, Ming, thanks. Unlike before, when your little help kind of decided to goober up our last succession riot. Bah. You gonna go away now? That'd be nice. Nope, you want to give me a wicked bet. Okay, there we go. Don't worry about it. Photo. Yeah, today is going to be a kind of just one of those digestion sort of days. Okay, that helped. Kobodo. Oh. Kodo? Oh, Kobodo, not Kobodo. Oh, man. Alright, we're 6 months from the Age of Reformation. So that'll probably be about where we end the episode, is we'll look over the Age of Reformation and talk briefly over some of the things that worked for it. And, you know, if anyone's watching, yeah, I do realize this isn't as super awesome as some of the other guys, and, you know, that's true. But I'm more than willing to to say, hey, you know, sometimes I'm not as super awesome as, say, like an Arumba or even Dark Fireside. But I at least try to have fun. That's the important thing, right? Sure. Just keep telling yourself that. Nah, it's fine. Alright. Man, it seems like everybody has that. Ooh, base production for Dawn, but I traded for a corruption, which, well, it would lower the corruption a bit. I mean, we just lowered the corruption a bit. Development cost, little trade power. What the heck. Sure. Gets us a little something, anyway. Yay, stuff. Yay, stuff! Oh, we're close to Admin 11. Wow. Okay. Oh, there we are. So welcome to the Age of Absolutism. So, this is about the age where a lot of the more harsher, dictatorial kind of powers kind of come out here. So, we got Age of Absolutism, which ends with the Age of Revolution, i.e. when Enlightenment is discovered. So that'll roll over about 1710, 1712, a minimum. But so you got your seven objectives here. Found at least 3 different trade companies. Own at least 5 universities, have 200 regiments, or a land force limit of 200 anyway. Absolutism is at 90. We'll go over the absolutism mechanic really quickly. It's just essentially a way to increase your discipline and administrative efficiency, though it does tend to tick off quite a few of, say, rebels and and subjects. Be the Emperor of China with a mandate over 50, which, yeah, that's for sure. 5 different promoted cultures, and be part of the Religious League War, which I think, yeah, that was already done anyway. So that's odd that the age of absolutism always happens in the 1600s, when I've noticed the religious war tends to crack off around the 1580s, 1590s in a lot of my games. So, I don't know. You get more absolutism, monthly devastation down in your edicts. That's the edict for the era. Flexible rivalries, so change rival cost minus 50%. So basically, the change of rival right now is what, I think 100. Wait, what? Oh, I was gonna say is 107, 100 plus corruption of Diplo points. So that cuts that in half. So fort maintenance on border with rivalry is minus 100%. So that's pretty nice. So I don't think I have any borders. Well, but anyway. Autonomy change cooldown minus 50%. That's really nice. That lets you go up or down, but you go up in autonomy, you actually lose absolutism. So whatever. A harsh treatment cost minus 50%. So that lowers it to what, about 25 military points. Admin and proficiency plus 5%, which is, of course, that allows you to core quicker. And absolutism plus 1. Manchu has its own special bonus of possible Manchu banners of plus 50%. So that would be something to think about. Allows you to get those free horsies. Yes, free horsies. The free cavalry. 30. In my 30s, I shouldn't be using phrases like free horsies, yay. But that's what that's going to be. Okay, so we're going to put a pin in here. I know there wasn't a lot of cool, awesome things that happened. It was just mostly rebel suppression. But, you know, sometimes you got to go back and forth or else you end up, you know, like the middle of the game and have a riot every 5 minutes. So, but our plans are, let's see, Chagatai is 7 years. We can eat Yarkand, though they are allied with Uzbek. That's fine. So we can eat Yarkand. Probably go in here, push in to see if we can... actually, that might not be a bad idea, because Yarkand is going pretty well with... I mean, they've got colonialism, so if we take some of these provinces, we'll get some more colonialism. And plus, we'll be close to, say, Delhi and Persia and Kokand, which have Renaissance already, and that can help with that. So... in fact, if we take Kokand, yeah, they're allied with Delhi, so it's just Yarkand. So we'll probably end up pushing into Yarkand once their separatists probably clear off. In fact, you know what? Let's at least start. I don't think we have a claim on them, though. No. We don't have a claim on them yet. That's fine. So we'll start that, and that's how we'll end our episode. We'll wait for that to go up. You actually can stay there since we gotta wait anyway. And Aksu? Never mind, there's our claim. Boom! Okay. So the game is being charitable. What we're gonna do is probably get these up to a full 20 stack. And then once they both get to 20 stacks, boom, then we go into Yarkand. Yeah, because we're making quite a few ducats. We're at 3, actually we're at 3 ducats now, even with 2 colonies going. And hopefully we can pay off that loan, which is a ducat 24 itself. Actually, we don't need to root out corruption so much, so there we are. There's 5 ducats. Even if we put it at 12, it's 4. All right, we're not doing too bad at this point. So, we're going to go into Yarkand next episode. That'll be fun, and that'll get us closer to hopefully getting, you know, more land that actually can take institutions, and then kaboom! Then we can actually finally do things, like go after Japan, who's on 11. Because I'm thinking, if we can get at least like a 2 to 3 tech advantage, it doesn't matter what Japan's got. We'll crunch them down, swipe the whole land, go, yay! And then use that as another base. So, boom. All right, that's our plan. We're sticking to it. We'll see you next episode. Class dismissed.